Oh shit! Welcome back to Ain't Jaded yet again. Here we are covering Goose. I made it square motherfucking goddamn bitch! That's right, we got the motherfucker right in the first 10 seconds. So there is absolutely no chance I'll ever be monetizing this shit. Whatever. Some creative content creator jargon for y'all. By the way, I know this is like 2 weeks late. But what's late? Nothing's late. And we got a lot to cover, guys. I know I've been talking about trying to keep these Ain't Jaded Yet live music reviews tight to about a 10-12 minute window, but when Goose goes long, like a 4-hour plus total one show length, longest one at MSG ever, something like that. Well, guess what? This might go 20 minutes or so. So buckle up, folks. Goose fucked shit up at MSG. Let's start off with that. They fucked shit up. I've seen some shit get fucked up at Madison Square Garden. Seen plenty of the Fish shows there. Maybe like 25% of my Fish shows have been there. But like, I know how a sick show can be there, and this is up there. This was sick. Alright. So we can go right into the fucking set list, but I got a live music experience. I know, because sort of what sets my reviews apart is I've been at every one of, I've done some stream reviews in the past, but are we starting this over? No, we're not. Production says to keep rolling, so we're gonna. The point here is, I was there. I'm trying to give you the full experience, all right? So, just like a lot of people probably did, we're riding the train to Madison Square Garden, and I'm with some hardcore Goose fans, and the hype machine is in full effect, guys. I remember the first time I went to see Fish down in New York, back in New Year's in 2015 into 16, and I didn't know what to expect. I had been there before for a couple shows. I had seen My Morning Jacket, and I had seen the Muse. Some sick shows. But I didn't know what to expect as far as like a prank, and that place shakes. Let's get to that. Let's get to some of the vibes. By the way, MSG, when a rippin' jam show, or any show really, is going and really going, and the crowd is dancing, the place is fucking moving. This is it. But you're in it. Just like how, we're a spaceship flying around through space and we can't tell. It's like that. You're in it. You're in it. As long as you're dancing and moving, you can't even tell. But if you stand still in some parts of that, you're like, holy shit. Anyway, fucking cool. Peter pointed it out at one point. It's one of the first things you come to realize being in the crowd at an MSG concert is, that shit shakes, dog. And it was shaking. We're just gonna go into like a little side note here. Something I just watched was the behind the scenes making of documentary for Goose at MSG. It's like the big game. And it was the team practicing and leading up to, and all the antics and the artwork and the shenanigans. And it's a lot of fun. And something I just saw was Trey fucking sent them cookies at MSG leading up to the show, and they were these monster fucking cookies. They look dank. And anyway, they called him Daddy Trey. They said Daddy Trey sent cookies. Trey's note said, blow the roof off. So happy for y'all. Had the best night ever. I think they kind of did. They blew the roof off. And I don't know. If Goose was my favorite band, like, that would have been the best night ever. It was the best Goose show I've ever seen. And kind of undebatably the best Goose show ever at this point. Pretty fucking sick. You're doing it, Peter! That's a reference to the show. You can hear that audibly on the recording a couple times. I don't know if it's a Peter Pan thing or an inside joke with Peter, but they were doing it. They did it. Shit was hot. Peter's rocking a Thumposaurus-inspired suit, from my perspective. If you don't know Thumposaurus, they rock suits very similar to what Peter was wearing. Fun, cartoonish drawings all over a white painter suit. And it was fucking sick. There's more anecdotes coming right here. This is a quick little anecdote. These boys are pretty, Rick in particular. And I just saw this little fucking clip, just a little clip, of him getting his fucking hair trimmed up and stylized leading up to the MSG. And I'm like, come on, dude. Come on. Anyway. By the way, something I realized, I've probably known this the whole time. This is fucking Rick's show. Rick is the machine operator. He is plugged into the Matrix, and Rick is a fucking gangster. Rick. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Am I right or am I right? I know it's right. It's mighty rotunda. Anyway, Cotter. Gotta bring up Cotter. This guy, I gotta rip in the shirt. The shirt's it's weathered. Anyway, Cotter is the fucking lifeblood of this band now. So many different shakeups, I'm sure, affected team chemistry throughout the last couple of years. And when Cotter came in, it was like, oh, new life, blood, new energy, positive vibes. Good shit. And honestly, the only time I had seen Cotter one time before he joined Goose was a great swimmer show, late night. Anyway, doesn't surprise me. None of this surprises me. And I think this 4-piece of Goose is sticking around. I also caught some of the horn rehearsal before MSG with the horn section that showed up. And I just thought it was cool. They were just jamming kind of like in a small area, looked like at MSG before the show. And you could just tell how much work that this band has put into getting to this point. I mean, if you're an NBA player or a college basketball player and you just got drafted to the Knicks and you show up at Madison Square Garden to play your first game there, this was the equivalent. This is the equivalent. This is the place. This was big. By the way, I went to this show on kind of a whim, last minute. Got a ticket 2 days before, and very glad I won. It was a good decision. Let's not leave Trevor out of the mix. Dude holds it down. You know Penn and Teller? One of them doesn't say a fucking word. It's like Trevor has almost no expressions and fucking slaps that bass like a motherfucker all show. What else do you want from Trevor on bass? Wolfboy delivers. He has a personality too. DJ, is it Marb Menthols? Yeah, he's got a personality. Anyway, don't take this as a jaded comment, but something I saw, that they included it in the documentary. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with Goose playing at MSG? It's like this dude being interviewed in line for Prince. All right, I had some Prince. I have a pile of Prince. They're fucking sick. What are they doing? They're sitting in a pile. What would they be doing if they weren't sitting in that pile? They'd be on my wall or in a book. My point is, they ain't cheap. They're about the same price as a ticket most of the time. And there's like an advertisement for Prince. Like, I'm sorry. If the thing that you do leading up to a show that takes all your energy and excitement is to go get in a line and wait for hours or hold on to a large tube during the show, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's too much other things you could do. There's so much time that could be spent not holding a poster or waiting in line for a poster. That's my opinion. I'm sorry. That being said, the circular print at MSG for Goose was pretty unique and sick. I get it. But the way this guy made it sound like it was all part of the experience was completely false, okay? going to a concert experience has nothing to do with waiting in a line for a print. If that's your thing, great. If you want to get a special print for a show that's local or whatever, great. All right, jaded territory. Let's meander back. If you're a print guy, I'm sorry, I made fun of print lines. It's facts, dude. There's so many. Dude, you want to? That's too much time. Too much energy. Like I said, I have a pile of prints. Maybe that's the reason why they're in a pile. All right, let's get to the fucking sets. Let the boys playing the music and stuff. All right, Factory Fiction opener. Let's get some set times, some song lengths. You know, when you open up Madison Square Garden, you never played there. I mean, you played there once before, but it was with a lot of sit-ins and things. It was not a Goose show. It was a couple songs for a benefit show. Anyway, with Factory Fiction, a kind of obscure Goose song, not a radio hit, one that I really like, and they're kind of swinging for the fences because it's like almost like they know this is a banger, even though that it's not like So Ready or Arcadia or some really well-known song. They're playing Goose the way Goose plays Goose, just like they did the week before, and they're gonna play. But then you'll find out at some point. This was a little bit special. It was a little bit special. Okay. Factory Fiction, 17 minutes and 48 seconds. The Hunger Site. Same thing, almost 18 minutes. These both got jammed long. We're 2 songs in to Goose MSG, and it's nearly 40 minutes later. 35 minutes. Pretty cool. And then we have a, who saw this coming? A Swimmer cover. My mind has been consumed by media. Mine has been consumed by media. And if you didn't know this song going in, you're like, are they covering Talking Heads or some shit? Like, what the fuck is this? This is Primus? Like, what is this shit? Found out, listening to a Cotter podcast interview, that it's kind of an obscure Swimmer song, actually, from their catalog. And that Rick liked it or something like that. So, Rick, thanks for getting into this weird-ass song that has been played by Goose enough times to be played in MSG. 3rd song on the set. Western Sun. Big Goose song. Got the lyrics, got the vibes, got the energy. We got a good jam here. 14 minutes and 49 seconds. Here we go. Okay. Running Up That Hill. Rick vibes. Rick has this thing that he does where he has a beautiful voice, and it lends itself well to certain songs that other jam bands probably cannot cover, or at least not cover as well. Give It Time was next. I fucking love this song. Honestly, it's of the newer songs, it's my favorite. And I've come to find out, and this is funny to me, because like years ago there was this thing in the Fish community about getting hashtag lined or number lined. Either one, the line or backwards down the number line, were songs that people were over. I don't know, they're too feel good. They don't get dark and jammy. Whatever reason you have for it being like a very positive and uplifting ballad-ish song and hating on it and being like, oh, this is a peace song or I'm over this song. Guess what? Give It Time has good vibes. And hearing all those people in MSG sing along, it's fucking giving it time in life. Yeah. Give it time. You might fucking play MSG one day, Goose. Thank you. And then they bring out, and by the way, at this point, we're at like kind of a longish first set. We're at around, I don't know, an hour 20 something, hour 20-ish, 25. And then they bring out a 3-piece horn section and do 3 more songs, which are Feel It Now, which lended itself so well to the horns. I'm pretty sure that's off the new album. My new album knowledge is Dustin Hoffman. I know that one's on the new album. It's a kind of a hard song title to not remember. They played this at CMAC for me as well. Like this new song. Very much so. And then Animal. We get an Animal Jam here, and I like Animal Jams a lot. With the horns, Animal was fucking great. That was one set. I believe it was about 100 hour and 45 minutes length. Speaking of lengths, we're at 15 minutes. Trying to get this to 20. Let's keep it moving, JP. All right. So after the first set, we're all like, holy fucking shit, that was long. That was almost 2 hours. They come back out with Thatch. 21-minute jam ripper. Shit's a banger. Love Thatch. Redbird. This Redbird slayed. He got into dark territory. We're 2 songs into set 2 and we're at, again, 40 minutes. Goose can jam some songs. They do it. Then they come out with a cover, Don't Leave Me This Way. Fucking disco jams. This is so fun. It's so cool. Don't leave me this way. Tumble. My favorite Goose song. They didn't play for me at Canandaigua. I show up to New York City and I'm like, hey, I'm walking in. I don't want to stumble if you hit me with your car, you know. But if I stumble, I'd get back up and tie my shoes and do. Tumble. Slapped. For 20 minutes. Maybe my favorite jam of the night. I mean, I heard it from other people too. Tumble. The lights during Tumble were sick. And then they go from Tumble, and it was one of the better transitions, I thought, right into Creatures. Such a cool transition song, Creatures is. And at this point, we're at like an hour and a half in the second set. I haven't named a whole ton of songs, but they were all long. And at this point, I say, oh man, this second set is maybe my favorite set of Goose ever. But it wasn't even like close to over. They then play Shamalama Ding Dong. So fun, so silly. At this point, I'm like, all right, this gotta be like the last song, right? Nope. They go back into Tumble and jam that for about 7 more minutes. Then they play Jedstone, a song I don't know that well, but man, so pretty. Then they played Dripfield for 20 minutes. And by the time Dripfield was done, by the way, when Dripfield started, I turned to my friends and I said, are you freaking kidding me? They stop playing music! They stop playing! I was being sarcastic and silly, but it's true. Because this is 2 hours of a second set after an hour 45 first set. Do the math. Dripfield, again, a very Goose unique song that I thoroughly enjoy. Top tier favorites of Goose. Dripfield. Don't be a soldier. Being a soldier is overrated. Why do you gotta be such a soldier? Stop being such a soldier. Then they get off the stage. At some point during the second set, Peter's like, well, we've gone past the allotted time, but if you want to stick around. All right, a lot of people stick around. Encore, Arcadia, horn section comes back out. Probably my favorite Arcadia. I mean, again, we try not to get jaded on this channel, but this might border. I'm a little bit over Arcadia. It's like one of their first big songs from like 7 years ago or some shit. So like, heard it a lot and at a lot of shows. But you know what? With this horn section, goddamn, that Arcadia was so nice. Goose fucking ripped MSG. We're under 20 minutes. So let's just end it right there. I mean, you got the vibes of the things, I said all the things that were on the things. And then, I'm going to, like, take this and turn it into, like, a little different artwork and make that the thumbnail. And peace be with you. Love one another. Don't get jaded. That shit's wet, dog.